We're back today at the airfield with the world's best and possibly only current existing ready to fly hobby grade brushless EDF electric ducted fan jet. This is an amazing RC trainer plane. Believe it or not, looking at this, you would not think that this is a traditional trainer plane. Well, it's not traditional, it's very untraditional. They're breaking all the rules and saying that a person can fly this as their very first RC plane. And I fully support that, I fully agree. This thing flies amazingly well. We recently on the channel featured this plane as a maiden flight where we talk about everything that comes with this as the ready to fly unit and showed you a true maiden flight, how it does an auto takeoff by itself. All you have to do is throttle up. Plus you guys recently saw Abby's flight of it, which was amazing. You probably can hear a nice big gas plane firing up right now because we're at the airfield and this is just an awesome, well-rounded hobby. Well, today we're gonna fly on a 4S battery. I am going to do a 4S maiden to show you guys what this jet is capable of doing in the future. So if you buy this as your first plane or maybe just as your first jet, or you just love it and you bought one and you're flying on the included 3S battery, that's all fine and dandy. You can also fly on 4S, which is 4 cells of power, which is going to give you more speed, more power, more climbs, a little bit faster flight. I'm excited to see how it performs on 4S. I know all you guys watching are too, so let's put it in the air. Well, we thought we were going to take off facing that way. We might as well taxi this around. This is 4S, you guys, so I'm really excited. It flies so good on 3S. This is full throttle with no controls at all. It does take off by itself. That's in safe mode. I feel like I got a little bit more lift when I was flying the 3S battery. I'm just cruising at about 50% throttle. And in case you didn't know, if you missed our maiden flight, this thing has telemetry. It tells you on the radio where your battery voltage is, how much juice is left in the battery, how much longer you can fly. That's amazing because up until now, we haven't had that kind of technology available unless you put a LiPo alarm inside the plane. So this is really cool. All right, we're gonna rip it by on a fast full throttle pass now with 4S. Here we go. Whew. I have got to.
What was that, Lee?
I pushed it down a little too far, a little too fast.
I got a little nervous for you.
Let's go into, you know what, let's just do advanced mode so I have full control over the plane. That full throttle low pass, I think it didn't like being so low in the beginner flight mode.
I would say not.
Here we go, there's full throttle. And we'll go into a roll, into a climb. We'll just kind of pull off a half Cuban 8 and we'll finish it off here. There we go, very nice. This thing will scream on 4S. I don't know if we're gonna set any crazy 100-mile-an-hour speed records, but here, let's try this again. Full throttle. It sounds good and it looks really good too. I like 4S.
I love that they're making planes like progress now. So like you can progress your skills with this, with safe, and
right.
By then, you know, starting on a 3S battery and then going up to a 4S, there's so much progression to be had with this. I think that's cool.
I like this, Abby. There is a ton of progression to be had. You know, I'm not gonna stand here and say that this is better than my A10 or my Viper F-16 Thunderbirds, anything like that. Those are big 6S super fast jets. But if you wanna get a taste of the jet world and you never have before, this is 100% the route to go. I actually need to trim this a hair. It's rolling to the left just a little bit. Not bad, but maybe it got bumped in transportation, possibly.
Do you have a video talking about trim yet?
Yeah, I think so, but maybe if I don't, we'll plan on making one. Let's see if it'll fly inverted. Here we go. She'll fly inverted okay. Let's see if I can do a full pass around the field. This is one of my weakest points, is flying inverted. I always get nervous. I don't know why. I keep it a lot higher when I'm upside down, when I cruise a little slower. Nervous Nate is hot as a quiet.
Nervous Nate.
There we go.
It is a lot stressful to fly upside down. Everything is backwards.
Well, no, not everything.
Well, almost everything.
Ailerons are the same, but if you want to bank and yank, you have to push down elevator instead of up elevator, and you'd be surprised how much that messes with your mind.
Well, you just blew my mind when you said ailerons were the same. I thought they were different.
So I'm pushing left right now, and it's going left.
I thought they would be backwards.
They are not.
I'm really going to have to sit down and think about that later, how it's not backwards.
Elevator's backwards, ailerons are not.
Okay.
That, I think, is partly why it's so confusing. But there we go. We got a nice little cruise around the field twice in advanced mode. So if you guys are looking at a jet, this is just such a really cool option that's out there. You can do huge loops with this in 4S. Nice tight rolls.
What size milliamp battery did you throw in there?
This is a 4,000 milliamp
Oh my
battery.
gosh.
So yeah, big battery. We're used to flying on like 2200s.
Your 3S flight though that you got like
10 minutes.
12 minutes or well over 10 minutes I believe.
Yeah.
That was a 3200.
No,
right?
4,000.
Oh, it was
That's what
4,000
comes
too.
with the jet. Yeah, you get nice long flight times.
That's crazy.
Now remember too, when you buy this jet, we'll have a link in the description box below if you're interested. It does come with, at least currently, it comes with a USB dongle that plugs into your computer or your laptop, and that pairs with the radio that comes with this. So you can then download the free slightly limited version, the trainer version of their flight simulator. This jet is on the flight simulator, as well as a few other things you can fly, and you get all that with this. So before you even fly your real RC plane, you get this amazing flight simulator that you get to use your radio on. I like how that looks. And I think that's amazing. I think that is just the coolest thing we've ever seen on a trainer setup. I love that it comes with the flight simulator, because if you don't have someone that can teach you how to fly, the flight simulator is perfect. This thing really will do just about whatever I want. Will it snap roll? Should we try?
Yes.
I doubt it's gonna. Yeah, it snaps. Ooh, that's nice.
Whoa.
Okay, this is gonna be a good plane for you to practice snap rolling.
Oh my gosh.
Watch this. We can do our snap, and then if I panic, I can hit the bind button, which also auto levels. Did you know that?
That's cool. I did not know that it would do that.
The control again.
So the bind button levels out.
Yeah,
it's like a panic
your
button.
Oh crap button. Okay. So let's take it up a little higher. I'll make it go nuts, and then watch this. We're upside down on everything. I just hit my oh crap button, and it auto leveled the plane out for me, and it's going to give me controls here about 2 or 3 seconds later. That's awesome. Even in advanced mode, you can hit that, or you can just throw it down into beginner flight mode. So it's a really good opportunity to practice new maneuvers. Let's say you want to try flying upside down, and you're like, whoops, I did it too far, and then you hit your panic button and see how it quickly rolled it back over?
So it rolls over, it takes control for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then it gives you control
That's
back.
right. And what I did there, because the jet was actually flying a little far away, I went back to beginner flight mode, so it's just basically hands-free flight. You guys see that? I'm just hands-free. It flies itself. When you're in beginner mode, this thing truly does fly itself.
It flies itself till you have to turn.
Yeah, you got to turn it. There's no GPS on this. It flies a little too fast, I think, for the GPS system to work, especially on 4S. And you know what? Let's do a nice slow pass.
All right, let's see it.
Because this jet is super well rounded. Even though you don't have flaps, when you come in at almost no throttle, you can go really slow. Maybe not as slow as the Viper, but that is a slow jet. Let's go one more time around this way. We can get it really slow, and it'll do very tight turns. Here we go. I'll try to slow it down as much as I can without landing it. On a 4S pack, that's pretty slow. Now watch how tight this turn is.
That's crazy.
That's tight. So you don't have to have a huge airspace to fly this
Was that
thing.
just ailerons?
Just aileron. Now I'm mixing in just a little bit of rudder, and you can see how tight it'll turn. I mean, this thing is flying. Oh, there's my low voltage.
Okay, so you're at probably from takeoff about 7 minutes.
Not bad on a 4S battery. And
you've
really,
been cooking it.
Yeah, I have been. So you hear that alarm, that is coming out of the radio to tell us, hey, your battery's low, but not so low that you're completely out of juice. Time to land. Just let the airspeed bleed off a little bit there, and then let those wheels touch down.
That was nice.
Okay, we'll taxi it in. What a sweet jet on 4S. Tons of room for progression. I love that. Well, like I was just telling Abby when the camera was off and I unplugged the battery and stuff, this thing really does, it flies so good. It flies more like a trainer than it does like a jet. You get the look, the speed, the sound, the power out of a jet, but it flies a lot like a trainer. But there's just something about this that makes me happy, that they've done something unique. And we haven't seen a ready-to-fly jet that's a trainer. Even those two things together, ready-to-fly jet, trainer, those just shouldn't go together.
That's three, Nathan, that's three.
Well, that's three, I know. Those three things, ready-to-fly jet, trainer, they should not go together, but man, they do, and they do so well. I'm a huge fan of this. Anything to help people get into the hobby, I'm all for it. Now, with a lot of new people probably going to pick one of these up as their very first RC plane, I'd like to highly encourage you guys to check out, yeah, we've got all kinds of accessories, all the good stuff to really set you up for success is linked in the description box below, but more importantly, you need to check out AMA. I don't talk about it enough on the channel. We just recently started talking about AMA, and they provide awesome peace of mind while you're flying. I talk about these smart batteries and stuff and how I'm phasing out my old lipos, but the truth is, from day one, I never even considered putting anything in the air, from a drone to a plane, RC helicopter, without having my AMA. If you want to learn more, what they can do for you in the hobby and what services they provide, we'll have their website linked in the description box below. I love the monthly magazine subscription that I get. I always love flipping through that when I get a few minutes to get caught up. Maybe.
I love the peace of mind with every time we're in the air, we're covered. Then they have our back.
That's exactly right. That's a good point, Abby. So this is an amazing first RC to get you guys in the air. The reason, not only the vehicle as a standalone vehicle is awesome, but the fact that it comes with the flight simulator and the USB dongle so that you can just plug in. Even our flight simulator right now, we have the nice Spectrum radio, but it has a USB cord. This has the wireless dongle. If you're a laptop person and you like to go out to the airfield with your laptop, you can get ready to fly this, but if you want to knock the rust off or build up your nerves a little bit, you can power on your laptop while your batteries are charging at the airfield, fly on the flight simulator, and in between your jet flights while you're waiting on the battery to charge, you can fly this and other planes on the flight simulator. It's amazing. Well, I'm excited to see and hear who picks one of these up. You guys, please, if you get one and your experience with it, let us know how it goes for you in the comments section. I love talking about the hobby, and I love getting people introduced into new aspects of the hobby. This is an amazing piece of technology. I'm so happy that it exists. For all of these things to be thankful for, I thank the big guy upstairs. Thank God for today and just getting us out here to fly. I also want to say a huge thank you to our Patreon supporters, because without you guys, we wouldn't be here again to show you this on a 4S battery. We would not be able to get as much content out as we do. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Whether you're a $1 supporter or top tier patron, we thank you guys so much. Well, should we link your flight, Abby, of this jet?
Yep.
To let people know that anybody can fly it. Maybe not anybody.
I can do it, you can do it.
That's right. Well, that video will be popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.